What's up, wine hunters? It's David, and today we're going to talk about our 5 favorite wineries in the Yarra Valley. The Yarra Valley is very much a cool climate wine region, and what that means in Australia is that when you go to visit, you're primarily looking for wines like Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays that really thrive in cool climates. However, like with any wine region, you can find other gems there if you know where to look, and today we're going to give you some great clues towards that end. So first up, we have Seville Hill. Seville Hill is our spiritual home in the Yarra Valley. It's just such a wonderful, magical place. It's got that winning combination of wonderful wine, wonderful people, and a beautiful location. The number one word I would use to describe a Seville Hill wine is just satisfying. These are plump, juicy, very polished wines. They hit the spot every time. You'll find a lot of Italian varietals here, as well as the traditional cool climate Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. As for the people, John Delosio, the winemaker, could not be a warmer or more wonderful human being. And if you have any interest in wine whatsoever, a visit is so well rewarded because he'll spend time with you and talk through the range, and you'll understand the philosophy that built these beautiful wines. And then finally, Seville Hill has one of the best viewing decks in the entire Yarra Valley. Go there in an autumn morning and the views are just stunning. Seville Hill, must visit. Next, we have Pimpernell Vineyards. Pimpernell makes probably the most complex and expressive Pinot Noirs in the entire Yarra Valley, perhaps in Australia. That's a big thing to say, but these are stunning wines. Hard to describe unless you try them, but basically there's a cacophony of flavors in this Pinot Noir, and they're seamlessly woven together, so the end is a polished tasting experience, but you just get so much out of it. And I know I'm talking about Pinot Noir, but Pimpernell also produces a very notable Shiraz, Viognier, Chardonnay, and the Rosé is worth a look as well. The crew that run the place are fun and colorful. Mark and Fiona, the owners, just beautiful human beings and lovely for a chat. And then Damien, the winemaker, great sense of humor, even better sense of wine. To let you know how much we love them, basically a fundamental part of the wine hunter's ethos is you do not need to pay more than $40 for a fantastic wine. Pimpernell is one of those few exceptions where we will happily do just that because these wines are so off the charts. Summa. Summa is a very interesting winery in the Yarra Valley. Really has been at sort of the forefront of the region in the past few years, crafting some notable blends. Like this one here is a Cab Sav Syrah Nebbiolo. Also working with varietals like Sauvignon that you less commonly see in the Yarra Valley or anywhere for that matter. So I mean, really, Summa, probably more than almost any other winery, has really pulled the Yarra Valley forward over the last few years. Definitely worth a visit for any wine enthusiast, any wine geek. Can't miss it. And it's one thing to be experimental and be trying new things, but the most important thing is that they're actually succeeding. All the wines here are delicious, interesting, characterful, and polished. So Summa Vineyards, definitely check them out. Deborah. Deborah is an interesting one. I think the problem that Deborah has is a lot of people, when they think of them, they think of the entry-level schlock at Dan Murphy's, which Deborah does produce, but Deborah does so much more. And their Yarra Valley range that which you can get at their cellar door is it's wide, it's beautiful, from Gamay, a Pinot Noir blend. Their sparkling wine is fantastic, and this cool climate. This is one of the best examples of a cool climate Shiraz. Probably our top pick for a cool climate style of Shiraz in the Yarra Valley. So check Deborah out. Don't write them off. And best of all, their entire range, just well priced, got to be hands down the best value in the Yarra Valley. And then finally, to round out our lot, the 5th winery that we would recommend for you is Medhurst. Unfortunately, don't have a Medhurst bottle here today, but check them out, Medhurst. They produce basically a quintessential Yarra Valley style of wines. And if you want to understand what a Yarra Pinot Noir is about, or a Yarra Chardonnay, when people talk about Yarra Valley Pinot Noir, Medhurst is the place to go to get a beautiful example of what that means. The wines there, again, polish, but depth, they match depth and complexity just perfectly for glorious, gorgeous, rewarding wines. And that's it for today. Yarra Valley Top 5. We will see you guys next time.